Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I realized that I didn't really do like an updated Q&A. That's usually what I do whenever like I go away for a minute and I come back. I've only done it twice, but go away, come back, update a Q&A, and I haven't done a Q&A in a minute. So I really ask my close friends because they're the only ones that be coming through for me. So I asked my close friends, dropped some questions, and of course they came through, and I have a bunch of questions, so I'm not gonna make this, or I'm gonna try not to make this too long because I do have a hefty amount of questions. So I'm just gonna run through them, answer them for you so I can get to know me a little bit better, a little update on my life, and we're gonna go from there. So let's get to the video. So let's get right into these questions. So the first question is, how are you enjoying school? I absolutely love school. Like, I love school. I've never loved school as much as I love being a student at Palm Mitchell School Orlando. Like, being that it's what I want to do, it's literally what I want to make a career out of. It's amazing. Of course, I majored in business while I was at Savannah State, and that's going to be like partially my career, but it's like cosmetology is going to be like my career. So I love it. Point blank, I love it. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Next question, favorite comedy movie? That is so hard. Favorite comedy movie? I have no idea. I don't even think I have an answer. I have no idea. I know I probably have one, but I don't know, because my favorite, like, I have two favorite movies. One is Stomp the Yard. I could watch Stomp the Yard every day, and I mean every single day. And then Aquamarine, like, I love, and Parent Trap. Those are my top three movies. Like, I love, like, you know, feel good movies, and then Stomp the Yard, I just love that movie. So those are not comedies, but y'all, they finna be comedies today. How are you mentally? I am actually, of course, I have my days, but overall, I'm very good mentally. I'm very busy, so I do feel like I need to take more time to myself when I do have that time to do that, between working and school and YouTube and everything else that comes with everything that I just said. It's not really much time to myself, but overall I am very good mentally. I would say I'm at like an 8 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7.75 out of 10. Next question, most humbling moment from college or life in general? I think the most humbling moment, honestly, college itself was a humbling experience. Being that it was just so much going on in college, being at a HBCU, there's a lot of culture surrounding you. You learn a lot of things. You're surrounded by different people who have grown up differently. Like, everything was a very humbling experience about college. Like, literally, I was very humbled in college. So in life in general, with the college era of my life was the most humbling experience, just because in college you grow the most. I grew the most in college. I learned the most in college. That was the best 3.5 years of my life, so I would say that was the humbling experience of my life. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. Any advice to anyone who's starting their own business? Do or build your business based on what you love. I built my business from cosmetics. I knew I wanted to be in cosmetology, makeup, you know, things of that nature. So I built it on that. And that is what has kept me going since 2020 when I started. I opened it in the pandemic. So of course I had time to really think about what I wanted to produce and what I wanted to sell and what I wanted my products to look like, and, you know, what I wanted people to get from my products. So be sure to really think about what I'm passionate about. Ask yourself, what am I really passionate about? What do I want? And what do I want my brand to say about me? Make sure you build your brand and build your business based on what it means to you and what you're passionate about. So that way people can look at your products, look at your brand and say, oh, this. Positively saying this about, you know, your brand and your business and your product. So definitely that is my number one advice. Do it out of passion. Don't just do it because you want money. Don't do it because you see other people doing it. Do it because you're passionate about it and you actually have a passion to do whatever you want to come out of your business. Favorite song to listen to while getting ready. My favorite song to listen to while getting ready is Jaguar by Victoria Monet. I love that song. Like it gives me the energy I need. Okay, we're gonna keep that short, sweet, and simple. Song you have on repeat right now, Jaguar by Victoria Monet. Okay, cool. What are some of your favorite Alpha Kappa Alpha outfits? So I'm just gonna drop this picture right here. This was my top favorite outfit. Like, I just feel like it gave the girls what it was supposed to give the girls. And that's on period. And then this one, I also love this one because, like, look at it. Like, it's giving the girls tweed. It's giving the girls expensive taste. It's giving the girls first and finest, okay? So, yeah, these are my 2 top faves. Love these. Yeah, slay the girls with these. What is your favorite drink? Water. I drink water. Water. I love water. That's like all I drink. Literally, I may drink a little juice, but water. Can you show us or recreate your favorite makeup look? I actually plan on recording a video of this. Maybe in a couple weeks. I have like all of my videos kind of laid out as to which videos I want to record next or whatever. So yes, that will be soon. I will recreate a whole look that I've done before and kind of improve it in a way to kind of show, you know, what I've been working on and how I've been improving. How do you balance life and work and fun? I don't. No, seriously, I don't know, honestly. Like I said in the mental health question, I kind of have to find time because everything moves so fast paced for me now. Like adulting, child, I hate adulting, seriously, I really do. But I know it's a part of life, so I'm getting used to it and being a fresh adult in the adulting or the adulthood or whatever you want to call it. I'm definitely still learning, so I haven't found that balance yet. I'm still looking for it. But I'm still okay, you know, so whatever I'm doing is working because I ain't ran myself crazy yet, but I am very active. But I've been active like my whole life. I've always been on the go. So now it's just different, you know, it's pretty much being on the go without having my parents, you know, right here. So I'm still learning to say, so I don't really have an answer for that. So sorry. What's the workout routine, sis? I don't really have a workout. I haven't worked out in probably close to a year. I have a really high metabolism, so my body kind of burns fat, and I'm a naturally toned person. Like I've been toned. I have pictures of when I was like 5 years old and my arms are toned. Like I've always been toned, so I don't really even have a workout routine to give you, but I do know what really helps is how much water I take in a day. It's very important to drink half of your weight. I say this all the time, half of your weight in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you want to drink 50 ounces a day. I stay true to that. When I say I drink water, like I drink water, and that helps, you know, burn fat and things of that nature. So that's really the only routine I can give you is to drink your water. How did you learn to do your own nails? So if y'all don't know, hold on, let me adjust the camera. Oh, it's adjusting. I think it's adjusting. I did these. These right here, I did them full acrylics. Don't play. I don't really know how I learned to do my nails. I didn't go to YouTube because like I did with makeup. Like makeup, I went to YouTube. I didn't go to YouTube. It took a lot of practice. Really, it's a funny story, and I'll tell it quick because I don't want this video to be 30 minutes long. So my younger sister Taylor, she actually was going to be the nail tech of the family. She started, I want to say it was something that she started during the pandemic and quarantine. So she ordered all the stuff. She ordered the nail drill and the acrylic powder, the nail tips, the gel polish. Like she ordered everything. And my parents were all for it. They were like, okay, this is what you're gonna do. So she started for a little bit and then she just stopped. So the stuff was just sitting there. So I'm like, okay, let me just see what it's talking about. So just from getting my nails done, I pick up on things, not to toot my own horn or anything. I pick up on things pretty fast. So I mean, just by watching people do my nails over the years, it wasn't that difficult. I was just like, okay, so you put the acrylic on there, you take the drill, you smooth it out, and you will file it up and you paint it. And that's just what I did. And yeah. Do you like grapes? Yes, I love grapes. I have grapes in the fridge right now. Hardest part of your journey. I think the hardest part of my journey has been this part. Moving away from my family, like for real. Like college was different because it's like I was surrounded by people. Like my best friends were around the corner. Maybe once I moved off campus, 20 minutes away, it wasn't nothing. But now my best friends are 4 hours away in Savannah still. My family still 2 hours away. Like nobody's really here, you know, and I'm growing and I'm in this adult phase pretty much alone, as far as, of course not alone, but physically alone, you know. So I think that's definitely the hardest part, like not being able to have like company and someone really there. Like I have to call somebody to get, you know, like advice or comfort, like, you know what I mean? So I think this has been the hardest part. Like college was cool. I don't think college was the hardest part because college was growing me. This was the hardest part, moving and actually like flying away. So I am making it, you know, I'm not complaining. I love it here, but this was definitely probably the hardest part. We still going, child. What is your motivation? My motivation is my family. They really push me and believe in me like nobody else does. So making them proud is my motivation for sure. What was your favorite place you visited for vacation? Turks and Caicos, for sure. I had a blast. Turks and Caicos, it was so much fun. I went with my family. Pretty much all my vacations have been with my family. We had so much fun. That was probably the best vacation. I highly recommend going to Turks and Caicos. How is life going for you right now? I pretty much in a span of multiple questions I've answered that. So we're gonna go to the next one. What year was your best year so far? Honestly speaking, okay, I'm gonna say two different years, okay? 2 different years. Hear me out. 2020 was a great year for me because I grew the most in 2020. 2020 was the best year for growth for me. Like everybody like, oh, 2020 was the worst year. No. Being by myself in that room and quarantine in that house, baby, I grew. I opened my business. Like that was by far, yeah. 2020 was the one. It was the eye opener. The 2020 vision, that was the one. As far as like fun and like the time of my life, I think 2016 was everybody's year of living. Like I was only 16, well 15, 16 because I turned 16 in the summertime. I think 16 was probably the most lively year. So 2020 and 2016. What inspired you to get into makeup, hair, etc.? I started, well, I've been doing my own hair since I can remember. Like I just would flat iron it, you know, wash it, straighten it, cool, whatever, since like middle school. And then I really got into makeup. I started playing with it senior year in high school, and then once I got to college, I actually started loving it. So it was really just a passion of mine that I kind of found. Nothing really like necessarily inspired me. I think the inspiration came after I already found the love for it, if that makes sense. So yeah, it was just like a natural passion that just kind of developed over the years. How do you deal with fake friends? Child, I don't. Thank you, next. Bye. We grown. Bye. Any relationship advice? Communicate. Just communicate. Like, communicate. Like, literally communicate. That's communicate. Yep. What are your hobbies? I would say my only hobby right now is painting. Painting is my escape. When I have time, That's what I do. That's what calms me. I put on music, some very relaxing music. If you know me, you know most of the music I listen to is very relaxing and calming and like vibing. So I put on music and I paint, and it relaxes me. So that would be like my only hobby right now. What was one of your biggest moments this year? Graduating. Like, that was such a huge moment for me, and I value that. Speaking of, hold on. I was show when that baby came in the mail, because look, the girl is degreed, okay? Got a little carried away. Big degreed, okay? Yeah. But yeah, graduation was the biggest moment this year. Oh, that was not, okay, we only in February, so that don't count for this year. I didn't have no big moment. I mean, big moments this year, I guess, I moved in December this year. Where do you see yourself 4 years from now? 4 years from now, it will be the year 2026. I think by 2026, I want to just put in the atmosphere. I want to have Days Palette Beauty Bar open and functioning. For sure. By then I'll have my license, and I'm sure I will be, you know, really in deep into the cosmetology field. So I want to have Days Palette Beauty Bar open by then. On my goal board, I have by 2030, but 2026, that's where I kind of I see myself making that coin in my field. I'll say that. Whew. Okay. What was your most stressful class you took in college? The most stressful class that I took in college was the only class that I ever got a C in, which was human resource management. That was the only class that I ever got a C in. I always, from kindergarten, I've always gotten A's and B's, and I got a C in human resource management because, baby, that thing stressed me out. So yes, that was the most stressful class that I took in college. How many kids do you want? 3 max. 2, 3 max. Amen. Okay, we almost done. How is your vinyl collection coming? It is coming great. I now have 5 vinyls. Yes, I have Take Care, Drake, Urban Flora by Alina Baraz, Positions, Ariana Grande, Painted, Lucky Day, and I am forgetting one. Oh my gosh, how could I forget? Summer Walker, Over It. And then already pre-ordered Summer Walker, Still Over It. So I'm gonna have Over It and Still Over It, period. But yes, my vinyl collection is coming along wonderful. Can't wait to add to the collection. But drop your future goals and tips for balancing being a college student and an entrepreneur. That is a great question. My future goals is to just be successful in my area. I want to be a successful hairstylist, everything. I'm working on being skilled in every area that I want to offer in Days Palette Beauty Bar. Just to say that the owner and the CEO specializes in all of these areas because of course I won't be able to do all of everything that will be going on within my beauty bar, but I want to at least know how to do everything. So in Palm Metro, I'll be learning lashes. I already know how to do nails, hair, makeup. Like, I want to be able to do everything. So that is definitely a future goal, to open up the beauty bar and be able to thrive off of being able to do everything that I'm offering. And then my advice to, what was the question? Advice to balance, or tips for balancing being a college student and entrepreneur. A tip or tips, I would say, don't overwork yourself. Find the balance. Put school first. I'm not gonna be the one to be like, oh, you know, business, get your money. Graduate. That's my advice. That's my tip. Put school first. If it's become overwhelming, because that's what I had to do. I had to take a break from all of this. I had to take a break from YouTube. I had to take a break from my business because I was in my last semester and I knew that was the most important semester because I'm about to graduate. So I have to make sure I'm doing everything that I have to do to get that degree. So put your schoolwork first and then put your business close second. Make sure you're passionate about it. Don't overwork yourself. If you get too overwhelmed, take a break until you graduate and then pick it back up, as I'm doing now. So I would say that's my tip. Tip to balancing it. I don't really even have a tip because I didn't really, I mean, I balanced it, but I didn't balance it as well as I wanted to. Also, to just kind of find a happy medium between the two. Because my thing was I was balancing everything. I was balancing 5 organizations, e-board of 3 organizations of those 5, selling products, doing makeup, going to class, taking 5 classes at a time. It becomes overwhelming. And then balancing my friends, like I had friend groups that I was hanging out with. It was a lot, and I don't even really know how I balanced it. So that's something I'm really gonna have to think about and get back to y'all, because I have no idea. Like, to this day, I have no idea how I balance all of that at all. Like, looking back, I'm like, wow, how? So yeah. Hey y'all, 3 more questions. We won't get through this. When did you realize you wanted to go to Paul Mitchell? I realized I want to go to Paul Mitchell, honestly, my aunt went to Paul Mitchell. She went to the Paul Mitchell School of Memphis. So seeing her, like, she used to do my hair, she used to do my makeup, and I used to see like her Paul Mitchell stuff, like her brushes and her kit and stuff, and I'm like, okay. It was always in the back of my mind, but once I realized that cosmetology was what I wanted to do, it was immediately Paul Mitchell. It was like, oh, this is the Harvard of hair. Like, being that I'm learning everything that I want to do in one, like, schools, cosmetology schools usually don't do that. They usually focus on solely hair. Paul Mitchell's school literally has courses in skincare, facials, mani-pedis, hair, of course, lash extensions, like individual, like literally nails. Like, it's so much that Paul Mitchell is going to teach me. It is literally every area that I want to specialize in. So I always knew it was gonna be Paul Mitchell, because if not Paul Mitchell, then who? What is your favorite comfort song? I don't really have a favorite comfort song, but comfort artist is definitely Alex Isley. I think any song by her is my comfort song. Like, I could put her on shuffle and be at peace. Like, Alex Isley, 10 out of 10, my favorite artist, number one favorite artist. Like, yeah. Last question: do you see Orlando being your forever home? Absolutely. I want to build my business here. I want to grow it here, specifically Oviedo, because Orlando is already, you know, very populated and on the go. There are a lot of one-stop shops already in the area, but Oviedo is what I want to focus on. So I will still be in the Orlando area, but yes, I want to stay here. I want to build here. Yeah, this is gonna be my home. I won't say forever, but for a minute. Woo! So thank y'all again. Shout out to the close friends for all those questions. Y'all really outdid yourself, because I really low-key did yell at y'all, because at first y'all wasn't giving me nothing, but then y'all started giving me something because I had to tell y'all to give me something. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope this, you know, kind of helped y'all get to know me a little bit better. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I will be back next week for another video. See you guys next week. Bye.